Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. The president of Cuyahoga Community College, Dr. Alex Johnson, joins me this morning to talk about the college and about the levy on the November ballot. Then the multicultural coordinator for Life Bank, Yolanda Hamilton, and kidney recipient James Burns will talk about the annual Step 4 Life 4 event in November the 8th it's scheduled. And later in the program, Sue Johnson of Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio and playwright Vicki Williams will tell us about our production honoring Cleveland area Tuskegee Airmen. Good morning, I'm Leon Bibb. This is Kaleidoscope, and so we begin with one of the good leaders and the big leaders here in Cleveland, the president of Cuyahoga Community College, your friend and mine, Dr. Alex Johnson.
Hey,
Alex,
good morning to you, my friend. How things going?
Oh, I'm doing fine, and you're doing well over there?
Well, we're doing pretty well. The school is coming along nicely, and we're training a lot of folk. Our enrollment is at an all-time high, and people are looking forward to not only completing degrees, but earning certificates that get them into these high-paying jobs that are available.
How long have you been the president of Cuyahoga Community
Well, a short
College?
period of time, about 15 months.
But before that, you were here years ago.
I'm a returnee. I can't call myself a boomeranger, but I'm a returnee. I served as president of the Metropolitan Campus of Tri-C from 1993 until 2004, so I got a chance to come home.
I know one of the things you're really here to talk about is that levy that's on the November
Oh, yes,
ballot.
absolutely.
What would that levy do if voters give you approval?
Well, it's a critical part of our revenue at the college. It's been in effect since the founding of the institution in 1963. It provides $40 million plus to ensure that we can continue to promote access to affordable education, to ensure that we provide a vital and robust workforce, labor force, and that we continue to ensure that individuals can transfer seamlessly to four-year institutions.
This is a 1.2 mil renewal levy.
It is.
It's an increase.
Well, it's a 1.2 mil renewal, and we're seeking approval from the voters for a 0.9 increase. For the individual who owns a $100,000 home, that would mean an additional $2.63 per month.
This will help you keep getting people prepared for the 21st century?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it's not only an investment in the institution, it's an investment in our community's future. And we recognize that in order for us to continue to gain strength economically and benefit from the exhilaration that is apparent in our community today, we need to train more folk for the jobs that will be evident during that time.
Alex, you got three campuses, the Metro campus in the downtown area, you got the Eastern campus and the Western campus.
Well, we've got one more.
And you got
we've got the West Shore campus.
And
Don't
the West Shore
forget,
campus.
That's our newest
you got the fourth campus
in Westlake.
And
absolutely.
you have Corporate College.
And we've got the Corporate College East and West. We've got the Hospitality Management Center located on Public Square, and we have the University Center located in Brunswick, in Medina County. Now, the taxpayers don't support that out-of-county presence, but they do support everything that goes on in Cuyahoga County. And at our Metropolitan Campus, we have our Advanced Technology Center and our Unified Technology Center. Both are designed to provide workforce training, and on this coming Tuesday, we will cut the ribbon for our brand new Public Services Institute of Excellence at our Western campus.
You've got a lot of things going.
We've got a lot of things
over
going.
Northeast Ohio.
Absolutely.
Big footprint.
60,000 students each and every year come to our institution.
Two-year school.
Two-year institution.
And you're giving them associate degrees if they do the 2 years. And many go on to a four-year school
Absolutely.
after that.
Absolutely.
I mean, to finish up.
And do very well. They do much better than the generic students that you find at four-year institutions.
What do you think about as president of a college like this? You've been doing this all your adult life. You've been education here and there, in Cleveland a couple of times now.
This is my fourth presidency. And it's not because I haven't been able to keep a job, by the way. But Tri-C is one of the vanguard community colleges in the nation. It's ranked second among 1,200 community colleges in the number of students that we produce each year in our nursing program. We also are among the top 10 with respect to the production of health technology graduates. We're a member of the prestigious League for Innovation in the Community Colleges. Only 21 institutions bear that membership, and we're noted nationwide for our commitment and contributions to student success and completion.
The school is at the college is in its 51st year.
51st year,
yeah.
Absolutely.
This is what the state of Ohio had in mind when this was established in 1963.
Absolutely, but let me remind you that the support for the initiation and founding of Tri-C came from the citizens. It was the citizens who decided that we needed an institution close by that would provide this affordable access that the college had stood for in its mission for the last 50 years. The state only agreed with them through the charter that was issued back in 1963.
When voters go to the polls, they will see this in Cuyahoga County.
This
is only a Cuyahoga
County.
You need an approval. You need an approval vote.
We definitely need an approval vote. Things are looking very positive indeed. We want to thank the voters for their support historically, but we need them more than ever right now. It will be issue 6. On the ballot, issue 6.
And how many students you got all together?
We have 60,000 students that attend Tri-C each and every year.
That's one of the biggest schools in the state of Ohio.
It's the biggest school in the state of Ohio and among the biggest community colleges in the nation.
Dr. Alex Johnson is president of Cuyahoga Community College. Good to see you, Alex.
Very nice seeing you,
Good to have you on the broadcast.
Same here, my friend.
One of the good guys in Cleveland, working at one of the good places in Cleveland.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you, my friend.
My friend, same here.
Hope all goes well for you on Election Day.
Hope so, too.
You certainly have my vote, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm going to take a break. Thank you, Alex. I'm going to take a break. We'll be back. We'll talk about Life Bank and how it takes its message to the community after this. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb. Always good to have you with us. Life Bank hosts its annual Stepping for Life event on November the 8th. Multicultural coordinator Yolanda Hamilton and kidney recipient James Burns are both here to tell us about Step for Life and about Life Bank as well. Good to have you both with us.
Thank you.
Good to have you both with us. Yolanda, let's begin with you. You're the multicultural outreach coordinator for Life Bank. Refresh our memory. What does Life Bank do?
Well, Life Bank is Northeast Ohio's organ procurement organization. We're a nonprofit and we facilitate the organ donation process. We cover over 20 counties within Northeast Ohio, and we work with 80 hospitals within our region. And our mission is to save and heal lives through organ, eye, and tissue donation and transplantation.
Because when we're gone, we really don't need those organs anymore, right?
Exactly.
And we should leave those organs for somebody who is in desperate need.
Exactly.
Yeah. Somebody like James Burns, you were in desperate need for kidneys, weren't you, James?
Yes,
Tell
I was.
me about your experience as a kidney recipient.
I was in undergraduate school at Morgan State University, and I was starting to begin to feel ill, and I thought I just had a cold. And we ended up going to the emergency room, and my blood pressure was really high, and they told me I lost about 30% of my kidney function, and I could maintain with medication. Eventually, over the course of 6 months, my kidneys failed altogether. And my mother actually donated a kidney to me within a year. And I was able to graduate just a semester late, joined Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and matriculated back to Cleveland.
Yeah, and your mother was able to donate one of her kidneys. Of course,
Yes.
we have 2 kidneys, those, and you only need really one to keep it going. So she was able to give you one of those. And that we can do, sometimes we can do that without having to pass away.
Correct. Yes, that's
But
correct.
the other organs happen upon one's passing away. So you're raising money, you're doing research, so you've got an event to raise money and bring more awareness about the whole Life Bank procedure, right?
Yes, we have an annual event. Actually, it's in its 4th year, the Stepping for Life Greek Step Show competition. And it's not a traditional step show. It's really a vehicle to spread awareness about the need for organ, eye, and tissue donors within the multicultural community, specifically with African Americans. Currently, there's over 120,000 individuals in the U.S. alone that are awaiting life-saving transplant, and 50% of those individuals are from racial ethnic backgrounds. And the greatest need really within the African American community for organs is with kidneys. We actually account for 40% of the individuals who are waiting for kidney transplants.
And the step show we're talking about, and you might explain what some people may not know what a step show is. You give us a thumbnail sketch of what a step show is.
A step show is a competition between individuals from historically black Greek organizations, also referred to as a Divine Nine. They do percussive movements on stage in which they're competing, which really dates back to the origins of African dance, and so it's really a cultural experience. We have other components of the show as well, including Alex Simon, formerly of the Broadway production Stomp, and also comedian Joe Torre, who will be our host this year.
That's going to be Saturday, November the 8th at 6:30 at Cleveland Public Auditorium, which is at 500 Lakeside Avenue, downtown Cleveland, right across the street from Cleveland City Hall. Saturday, November 8th at 6:30 in the evening at Cleveland Public Auditorium. This is vital to what you're talking about. I mean, you're a recipient of you know the importance of transplants,
yes, sir.
Kidney transplants. Speak to that a little bit, won't you, James?
You know, while I was waiting my transplant, I attended dialysis 3 days weekly, and I saw young people, elderly people from different parts of our community, not only the African American community, but other communities as well, literally pass away waiting for these transplants, and it's vital. And people really don't understand that families are suffering because they're losing loved ones, and we have the ability to reach out and help.
Especially in the African American community, in the black community.
Particularly in the African
Because race plays a part when we're talking about matching an organ from one body to another body. There's a racial connection.
Yes,
right?
yes. Individuals can receive transplants from individuals who don't share the same racial or ethnic background, but it's better for example, an African American to receive a transplant from another African American, because individuals who have similar genetic characteristics due to race, it increases it decreases the probability that the organ would reject.
So where do we start if we want to get in line to leave our organs, especially when we pass away, and we're all leaving? That's a fact. We're all leaving at some point.
Yes.
Where do we begin that process?
Well, the first process would be to become a registered organ donor. Involves either saying yes when you renew your driver's license at the BMV, or you can also register online through our website, which is www.lifebank.org. And we also ask individuals to talk to their families about their decision to donate as well.
I've got my driver's license here, and I'll just show you that at the bottom of that driver's license there's a little heart. And I've said when I'm gone, when I go, I'm not leaving. I hope to not leave soon, but when I leave, right down at the bottom there, you see a little heart there. Don't worry about my age and all of that. That you won't see that, and you won't see any other vital numbers. That means take the organs that you need, the organs that are, and that's been my commitment, because where I'm going, I will not need them anymore. So I want to leave those more. And I got 30 seconds remaining. There's something called mission moments during the show. What's that?
It's our way to highlight individual stories, such as James Burns' story about the need for organ, eye, and tissue donations. So we've identified mission moments from individuals who are part of the Greek community who have a donation-related story.
Yeah. Well, good. Thank you so much for being on the broadcast. And James, you're doing well?
I am.
Because of those kidneys, you're doing okay.
Yes, sir.
Glad to have you with us, James.
Glad to be here.
Yeah. And you're feeling good.
I'm feeling great.
Hey, wonderful, wonderful. James Burns is a kidney recipient, and Yolanda Hamilton is multicultural outreach coordinator for LifeBank. They're having their big event Saturday, November the 8th, 6:30 at Cleveland Public Hall. Tickets are available?
Yes.
Just go, huh? And if you go to 888-558-LIFE, more information on everything we're talking about, you see at the bottom of the screen, or lifebank.org. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, going to take a break. We'll be right back in just a moment. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, I should say. Good to have you with us. I'm Leon Bibb. A commemorative, a tribute to 4 Cleveland area Tuskegee Airmen is a production of Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio. Executive Director Sue Johnson and playwright Vicki Williams are both here to tell us more about this play, which is taking place at Karamu Theater November the 8th, that's a Saturday night, and November the 9th, Sunday afternoon, and about the mission of the organization Wake Up and Lives. Good to have you with us, Sue Johnson.
Thanks for having us. Glad to be back. Haven't seen you in a while.
It's been a while.
Uh-huh.
And Vicki Williams, the playwright. We'll get
Yes.
to you in just a second, Vicki. Give us the mission of Wake Up and Lives Actors Studio, Sue.
It is to do productions with hopefully an emphasis on more women because we need more women's roles in theater. So we do production, we do training, we do performance, we do education, and the idea is to make it entertainment available to folks so that they don't have to spend a whole lot of money to become actors and performers. And we also do Wake Up and Live with the Arts Show, which purpose is to showcase primarily our local talent in the arts, and actors, singers, dancers, you name it. And the emphasis is primarily to give minorities more exposure via YouTube and via performing, on the show.
And you're going to be showcasing a good play coming up on November the 8th and 9th, commemorative, a tribute to 4 Cleveland area Tuskegee Airmen, right?
That's
coming.
right.
And Vicki Williams, your playwright here. You've authored that play. Tell me about that play, Vicki, that's going to be at Karamu Theater on November 8th and 9th.
Yeah, it's about 4 local Tuskegee Airmen, Lieutenant Colonel Clarence Jameson, Staff Sergeant Austin Thomas, Sergeant James Travis, and Corporal Roy Richardson. And Corporal Roy Richardson is the only surviving airman.
I know Roy Richardson, and I knew Lieutenant Colonel Jameson.
As you say, you took his daughter to the prom.
Took his daughter to the prom.
That wasn't last week, was it?
No, I wish it were, but it was a long, long time ago. Tell me about the play. What do you want people to know about the Tuskegee Airmen, this group of black aviators in a segregated unit who fought valiantly in World War II?
I want the audience to walk away with the truth about their experience, told in their own voices. To walk away with a little bit more about history pertaining to the Tuskegee Airmen, not what was presented before by Hollywood, but what they actually experienced.
Yeah, and they were heroic in so many ways in the first 5 years of World War II, of the 1940s, I should say, 1941, 1945. That's part of it, this educational component.
Yes, it is.
Not only is it entertainment for Wake Up and Lives, but it's an educational component as well, right? So,
and Vicki didn't say, but this play teaches you things, and one of the things that I learned, I did not know that there were white people in the Tuskegee Airmen and women. And I was very surprised to find that out. And I don't think Vicki said it, but she actually interviewed the airmen for their verbal contributions to the story. So it's not a made-up story. It's based on her interviews with them, and the play takes that shape and form too, because we have a lovely new actor called Mika Clifford. She's playing Darlene, the lady who goes out and interviews each of the 4 airmen to get their story.
What made you, Vicki, want to write a play? As I hold up this shot, maybe we can get a shot of this placard here. What made you want to do this story, do this play?
I knew you was going to ask that question.
It was just something that was in you. Wasn't there something that sparked your interest as a result of this, or was it the stories that you were learning about these men?
It was just the stories I learned about them, and plus, well, elderly have a lot of great stories, and they experienced a lot, and it's best to capture them directly from them. So.
Well, how did you come to lock in on these particular 4?
Well, if I tell you the exact reason, I pretty much tell you the play.
Okay.
So, and I don't
We'll leave us in suspense because I'm gonna try and be there on one of these evenings,
Okay.
one of these performances. So that's what it's all about, telling the story, and that's what Wake Up and Live's studio tries to do, is tell the story,
Yes.
and entertain people along the same way. Let's give it a good plug. It's going to be a tribute to 4 Cleveland area Tuskegee Airmen. Will be Saturday, November the 8th, 7:30, and on Sunday, November the 9th. That's a
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock curtain at Karamu Theater. And Karamu Theater is on Quincy Avenue at East 89th Street on the east side of Cleveland. It's just a wonderful, wonderful place, looking at about 100 years of being there, or close to it.
Without stopping.
Without
Continuous
just continually.
years. Yeah.
And it really is a gemstone in the black community that we need to support. Thank you so much, Vicki Williams.
Thank you.
Playwright of a tribute to 4 Cleveland area Tuskegee Airmen. And thank you so much, Sue Johnson, Executive Director of Wake Up and Live's Actor Studio.
And we need to let people know as we close out to contact us via the numbers up on the screen so that they can...
561-8608, area code 216, you see at the bottom of the screen, or wakeupandlives.org, you see at the bottom.
The website, yes, where they can get tickets or they can call for information and order tickets that way. So
you.
hopefully we'll make it real easy for people to come join us.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
Oh,
That's
yes.
what it's all about. Thank you, Sue. Thank you,
Okay.
Vicki.
Thank you for having us
My
again.
pleasure. Taking a break. I'll be right back in just a moment. The Morning Exchange segment means Marsha Maccabee of the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, who always brings us some thoughts. Hey, Marsha.
Hey, Leon, how are you?
Fine, and you are well.
I'm doing well, thank you, doing well. My thoughts today are really centering around this whole election time that we're in. We've had a number. I want to applaud our Urban League Guild, who recently held a candidates forum where we had a number of our candidates come out and talk about their platforms and what they would do if elected. But I think the thing that I really want to encourage our audience today is to understand when you voted for the President of the United States, you voted for a certain platform that you wanted, you know, the people wanted from the national level. These midterm elections are about giving the president or giving that administration the power to now execute on the platform. So if things are not going the way that people want in terms of what's happening with the middle class, what's happening economically, what's happening educationally, this is the most important election to show up and voice your vote about how you want things to go in this country.
No matter what your politics is, you,
No
need,
matter
you,
what your
you, you need to
politics.
vote.
Absolutely.
In all those elections. Okay. Words of wisdom from Marsha
Absolutely.
Maccabee. Running late today, got to say goodbye from Marsha Maccabee. I'm Leon Bibb. Take care.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.